Alright, so Morgan gave herself bear shape, which, of course, when I'm doing Morgan, I never give her shape shifting. But, cool, let's try and make use of it. So, the way I changed around her tactics is basically the same thing deactivate stuff at the start. If she tries to protect herself first, that's Morgan's personality, so if she's low health or surrounded by enemies or whatever the case may be, she does that. Now, before she starts doing any of the other attacking, she decides if her mana is good, go ahead and just start attacking. If her health is good, go ahead and start attacking. But if her mana is basically run out, she's got less than 10% mana, and her health is below 60%, things are looking pretty dire. And if there's at least 3 enemies left, go ahead and turn into bear shape. That doesn't actually use mana, it just reserves a segment of mana. So that should work. I mean, if we're in tough straits, she's going to switch to the bear, which would probably outlast her if she's being attacked. So that might work out well. We'll see in practice. But it won't happen too often, I hope. And then, of course, if that doesn't work, she just goes on and basically spams her skills as required. And I switched this. She used to have a rule here that said when Alistair was surrounded by 3 enemies, go ahead and use Winter's Grasp. I'm going to try and start tuning Sten to be the full-on tank and maybe have Alistair doing a little more damage. Well, tuning it, I'm going to let them level up, but I think that's how it balances out. So instead, she's going to protect Sten. And given that Morgan hates Alistair and vice versa, she's probably not going to go out of her way to help him. So there we go. So if Sten's surrounded by enemies, she'll use Winter's Grasp to try and help him out a little bit. Otherwise, she'll just spam all her skills. So let's see how that works out. We'll see if she turns into a bear once in a while. Might be interesting. And I think for now, that's taken care of. And if we look at our inventory, you can see our gold is dwindling somewhat. But as I tend to not stock myself from the stores, and you can see their armor has improved. His hasn't, and at some point it does, and I don't know what triggers it. But at some point you'll come out and he's wearing proper metal armor. Now, I think what is up here?
Were you really in that cage for 20 days?
It might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I posed riddles to the passers-by, offering them treasures in exchange for correct answers.
Really?
No.
Oh, too bad. That's got serious potential.
Yeah, and I don't think he was sitting around. If I remember that cage, there wasn't an awful lot of room to sit. He could have probably made some gold, though. I mean, he could have sat in there and done the oracle thing. I will tell you your future if you insert a coin. Well, here's the only slot I have available. Alright. Let's go doing a little searching. They are building a boat. Hang on, wait a minute. Alright, I don't think much of the town engineers. They're certainly building a nice ship here. But they've placed their dry dock at the top of a cliff. And the only river, I believe, that's nearby is actually a waterfall that passes through a water wheel. Alright, well, you know, guys, you're on a lake. Anyway.
Oh, right.
Cool, death root. Yeah, this just seems silly. Why? And they dug a hole for it when. Anyway, they'll discover their mistake once they try to launch that, and realize they have to climb down a cliff with a ship on their back. Yeah, maybe it's not a ship. Maybe they're making a giant bowl for some sort of buffet. Alright. Now, I've had this section go with various levels of success, mostly concerning the waitress here. First things first, let's chat with the waitress, Belladonna.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see.
Nope.
If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
What do you know about that elf in the corner? Elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Berwick and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
Creepy? Shouldn't you be at the chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes. Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
So, how's business?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local, and they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig, and if I didn't need this job so badly, I...
Now, one time through this, I actually managed to say, why don't you leave? I'll give you a hand after the battle. And then I came back after the battle, and I gave her some cash, and she went off somewhere. I'm going to try and do that again. I just don't remember how I did it. So, why don't you leave?
And go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
You could leave if you had some help.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that. What would I have to do in return?
Nothing at all. I'd be glad to help.
That's very kind of you. I don't know what to say.
I should go.
Keep safe.
So, another opportunity to be Robin Hood. And the graffiti reads, don't eat the cheese.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travellers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
I never regret coming. Let's just do business. What do you mean? Not at all. I'll be leaving shortly. Yes, my timing couldn't be worse. What do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be?
Salesman.
You are here to drink, I hope.
I just realized he's a Teletubby too. When we pan out, take a look at what he's wearing. It looks like he has one of those little television sets in his tummy. Who are you, anyway?
Name's Lloyd. We don't get many elves out here. You're a runaway from the city.
A runaway? I couldn't just be a traveller?
No, I suppose you could. Never thought about it, really. Something else I can get for you?
Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Either die fighting in the militia or die now. It's your choice.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go.
I approve. All who are able should fight.
But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Now, there's only once I managed to make it through this with him surviving. He actually does surprisingly well, but he does take a little bit of babysitting if you want to make him survive. And I tend to babysit Morgan a little more closely than him. And actually, the one time I had everybody survive, I was playing a mage, and I'd got to this point with all sort of crowd control spells, a lot of area effect spells, and the battle actually went really quite easily. which surprised me. So I had Sten and Alistair with me, and with Morgan and I, both mages, we wiped the battle out without too much work. Now, if we talk to Bella again...
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
Yes, where did you learn a word like apoplexy? I didn't pick up that you actually had an education, but alright. I need some supplies.
Fair
since
enough.
they'll be
Let me
free.
see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
And she means it. Look at that. Everything's free. So, yeah, let's help ourselves. Oh, yeah, I gotta go 2 here. I don't really need this, but it's a few copper. Some nice recipes. Can always use some more flasks. Some elf root. Some derp mushrooms. And some wine. There we go, so that's pretty good.
Not looking for company.
I hear you're Berwick. You can get an ointment for that.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name.
Holy shit, he's
Why?
drinking a whole magnum of champagne. Did you see that bottle behind him? Okay, you seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
You said you were waiting for your brother?
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
Sure. And I'm supposed to believe that?
Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to... just leave me alone.
So who told you to leave yourself alone? Your mother? Your priest? What do you mean? What were you told to do? I'm not going anywhere. Start talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This will be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they that hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
What were you supposed to watch this castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So, you know how this happened? Tell me a little more.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
You know, I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Fitting.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
That might just be a death sentence. But actually, I've had good luck with him surviving. He's a ranged fighter, so I think that helps that he stands back. Now, one of the other things you can do in here is talk to the militiamen. They don't say anything. But you can convince Bella or the barman to give the drinks away for free. And it's sort of presented to you in a positive light, like you're doing them a favor. You know, have them tipsy for the fight. Can't hurt. But as it turns out, you're pretty much dooming them. I did that once, and they did very poorly, so they kind of overdid the drink. I imagine going to your certain doom, it doesn't help to be a little buzzed, but being completely sloshed, not the greatest idea. Okay, now I think... I'm not sure if I get this. I think I have to wait until after the battle. I can't remember where this is. But if you come in here at the right time... Ah, okay. I must have picked it up somewhere.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter to you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Now, I'm not sure... I don't think he shows up to fight. I think the front lines he's referring to is the front lines... shoot. I don't think I've ever successfully opened this one either, although I suppose I could come back for it. Although you don't have much opportunity to come back. It might just be the front lines of the Darkspawn battle.
You know, you never did tell me how you passed the time in that cage for so long.
No, I didn't.
So... what did you do in there?
A training exercise. I would observe an object, and then try to think of all the words in your language which began with the same letter as its name.
That... Wait, just wait. You're joking again, aren't you?
No.
You are not telling me that you played I Spy against yourself for 20 days?
There are a lot of things in Lothering that begin with G.
Oh, jeez, I don't know if he's got like the most amazing sense of humor.
No word from the castle?
Oh, right.
All is still, as it has been for days.
Of course, that's for Liliana. So here's where they would use the lamp oil. They would set this whole area ablaze.
Lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
So, of course, that hurts you if you run through it. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this battle. You can actually barge up this hill. And I've had problems. I've run up this hill and actually slaughtered everybody up here before they even managed to get down to this area. And then the quest doesn't continue. You never get the guy running up the hill telling you, oh no, they're attacking from the lake. So it seems bugged. So you need to let them come down. But as soon as they come down, all these guys go charging into the fire to attack them, rather than waiting for them. So the lamp oil is not the greatest of ideas.
Greetings.